Here are a few things you'll need to start your press-on nail journey. Nail tips. If you are starting a press-on nail business, there's a lot to consider when picking these out, but you've got a lot of options on Amazon. There's a lot of different lengths and shapes. Starting out with just one shape and length, and then go from there. If you are starting a press-on nail business and you just need like practice nails, these are $1.25 from the dollar store. I numbered it because I don't like having to constantly be opening and checking. They are, I mean, they're pretty good. Maybe not to sell to customers. You might want something a little bit stronger. But they do help with getting the steps down, how to prep, what order you need to do your nail arts in to achieve certain things. They're really good for practicing, and you get 100 of them for $1.25. You're going to need buffers and files. These are just the little ones that go into my application kit. Having a base gel, matte top coat, and a regular top coat is good. They normally come when you get like the Beatles little sets that they sell on Amazon, where you get like the smaller ones. Used to have a lot of options, color options, and then you can later on go ahead and get other brands and try other things. This is cat eye polish, um, just a bigger black, because black and white, you're gonna go through those a little more. Make sure that you get some nude colors for your base colors. Um, and then depending on what kind of nail art you're doing, you might need some other things like blooming gel, a UV or LED lamp. You will need it, otherwise the polishes just won't cure at all. So this is a way you can check to see if it works properly. I remember the first one that I got from Amazon was not curing the layers of gel properly, and then like the nail would just be a mess. And I really thought it was me, but I don't remember where I saw it, but I think I did somewhere online that like just taking it and putting a dot of a pigmented polish and then try out one of your top coats or the base layer and see. Cannot couldn't get this open and see if it does with the recommended amount of time. Can't speak, my bad. So just gonna take this and let it run for 60 minutes. 60 seconds. It would suck if you had to wait that long for the polishes to dry. Alright, let's see. So this way, you'll be able to peel it off and see that the bottom layer is dry. And it is a little thicker than what it would be on a nail, but you really just want to make sure that it is getting completely cured. Like this one is completely done. This one in the middle is still a little soft. Maybe I need a stronger lamp. But this one works well for me right now when it comes to making press-ons. And eventually, as the business grow, you're going to be able to get more quality things to use. They are a bit more expensive. Going into this, I did not realize how expensive nail polishes can get. Like you've got so many different types of gel polishes, so many different brands, and they're all great in their own way. Oh, so you do need the lamp. Something I felt like I should have mentioned is if you want to do nail art, like characters and stuff like that, you're going to need these. They're a bit more thicker and pigmented, so you won't have to do as many layers. And this one came with a lot of colors, a lot of options. I do like it. You can try out other brands, like at least get a black and a white from other brands to know if they work best with you or for you. If they work best for you. Since we're on the topic of nail art, having a smaller light would help with the little details instead of having to pop it in and out of the lamp all the time. You are going to need, and this is a little collection, you're going to need some brushes and dotting tools. These are really great for applying chrome. I cannot recommend enough like getting the brushes that have a cap. It's going to save you from having to replace them so often. Please clean your brushes after every use because they will dry out. You know, getting the gel off of it is going to be so hard. Yep. Dotting tools, really important, especially if you're going to be using blooming gel. You're going to need like Crazy Top Coat is one of the more popular ones, but you can also use like the rhinestone glue to do like some of your 3D art and stuff. Also, for gluing on nail charms. I did make this using the rhinestone glue. It works pretty well. Alright, so you're going to need nail stands. You can find these pretty easily on Amazon, but I do recommend um getting like the solid base ones instead of these because it does like just so easily. Like you don't need that while you're working, trying to get your stuff done. Also, these, oh sorry, these a little thinner. Like when you're doing the pinky nails or just smaller nails in general is going to be so helpful. I also like instead of using the black ones for the pinky, I had to switch it out. See how much better it fits? Like it would not fit that well in the little black ones. I also would say filing these helps like the sticky tab stick so much better. Like it's not gonna be lifting off of this when you're trying to get the nails. When you're trying to get the oh my gosh, out of frame again, sorry. When you're trying to get the nails off, like that is on there. The mountain tape, I think that's what they call it, doesn't work well for me. I found it like so hard to get off. It's just messy. Using like the little nail tabs, I should have some somewhere here. Using these work pretty well on there. You could also get like the double-sided tape. Yeah, those work pretty well too. You're also going to need the double-sided tape for your sizing kits. Like if you're not a DIY girly and you're doing this as a business, you will need sizing kits, and double-sided tape go there. Not just sizing kits, like also when you are packaging the nails to send them out, you're gonna need, you have the pre-cut ones. Those are pretty good for, packaging nails. 100% alcohol and 100% acetone, or at least, the closest you can get to 100, the better. These, you will need them. Thankfully, they come in like packs with like 100 or more, 500 and stuff like that. You will need some kind of chrome powder, charms. Maybe you're into the bigger ones. It depends on what you're making, what your style is. These were a pretty good deal. You got a lot for, I do not remember how much right now, but I'll try to see if I can find and insert it somehow. My editing skills not the best yet, but we'll get there. And this as well for like the 3D flowers and so on. You should get a mask and gloves. Like most of these, you really shouldn't be touching with your bare hands. That's how you start to develop allergies to the gel polishes and stuff. Contact dermatitis. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Safety first, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.